Could it be that MAGA is actually waking up? Because, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Republican congressman in Georgia right there, and you are about to see him get destroyed by his constituents. Here's just a taste.
You can go and yell all you want, but I can't understand 10 people, let alone 100 people.
They said Georgia is budget.
Yeah, so this is a Republican congressman in Georgia. His name is Rich McCormick. He won his district with 65% of the vote, 30 points higher than the Democrat. So this is not a swing district that we are looking at here. These are MAGA voters pissed off about Doge. And I think the people are really starting to wake up because this is happening all across the country. Here is Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy earlier today, where he tried saying he was going to stop a high-speed rail project, and look at the reception he got for saying those words.
$1 billion, and no rail has been built. So if you want to go protest somewhere, if you want to shout at someone, go to the governor's mansion. Go talk to Democrats in the legislature who have brought us this crappy project, right? So we've seen over the course of the last month what Doge has exposed with regard to fraud, waste, and abuse. And we're done with it. And you know what? You're going to have people who love fraud, who love waste, who love trains to nowhere. But all of us up here, we do not love fraud, waste, and abuse. We are going to use the taxpayer money efficiently and effectively, and this is a boondoggle. There is, and again, I would love...
Build the train, build the train. That's what they're saying. Oh man, could it be more liberal than that? Build the train.
Absolutely not.
Build the rail. Sorry, build the rail. And I agree, build the rail. Here is just a little bit more of a taste of that in a better camera.
We talk about the FAA layoffs. Industry experts say it's unsafe, it's impacting safety. How can you assure the American public that...
Do you find those boos to be healing? I find them to be quite nourishing. I haven't had my vegetables lately, and it feels like this is a great substitute for broccoli. Watching Sean Duffy get booed, and if you think this is good, wait until we see McCormick get pummeled by his own voters. This is in California, so this should be expected. But Georgia yelling at a Republican congressman is something to behold.
Yeah, so the question was in regard to FAA layoffs. So to be clear, the FAA has 46,000 employees.
He can't even get a word out because people are so pissed off. America's waking up. All right, here's a little bit more of that one moment.
Not the president. And you are doing us a disservice to set that down and not stand up for us. And
So just some context here, what they're yelling about, and I'm sorry to interrupt the clip, but I want to make sure you understand fully what's happening. They are mad that Doge is cutting recklessly, that Doge is appropriating funds and stopping funds that Congress has appropriated, and that the president and Elon Musk are acting as terribly as they are. And these are, again, Republican voters who are upset about what Elon Musk and Trump are doing. And I'm telling you, if this doesn't get you feeling worked up, then I don't know what will. But this is America waking up.
A lot of this stuff will be litigated. You don't think it's going to be litigated in court. You don't think I'm going to stand up for you. Stand So if we're going to have a town hall, and I'm going to come and stand in front of you and take your questions and try to answer them as honestly as I can, then let's do that, okay?
If this keeps up, that man is not going to be in office. And that, I mean, there are so many of these. I'm only showing you the best ones. But if you want to see the rest, you can go to Bluestein on Twitter, where you can see the rest. But here's one more.
Something that I'm willing to compromise on, okay? We have solutions that we agreed on. That I have 4 Democrats that said that they were willing to. We're not going to take it away from anybody who has it. We're not going to take it away, change anything for anybody who's about to get it.
So this is about cuts in Medicare and Social Security is what he's talking about.
But maybe if you're 10 years away, you adjust it by 3 months. You're 20 years away, you adjust it by 6 months. You're 30 years away, you adjust it by a year. Lifting the cap. When you have $36 trillion of debt, and you're the world currency, you're the standard world currency, and you're paying $1 trillion of debt interest per year, is not going to fix the eventual economic collapse of the United States. It's just not. It's just not.
So what you're hearing there is Republican voters saying raise the cap, because what they mean is, and I'm sure many of you know this, but someone making $30,000 a year pays the same amount into Social Security. Here's one more person yelling at McCormick about. Well, just watch. This is he's such a nice man with such a simple question, and look at how the crowd reacts.
Workers from the nuclear workers, the NNSA, our nuclear stockpile, and CDC workers working on the bird flu being fired by DOGE and then having to be rehired when someone realizes, oh gosh, we need those people. Why is a supposedly conservative party taking such a radical and extremist and sloppy approach to this?
So I've been down to CDC several times. Actually, Dr. Howery, one of my former attendings, works there, and I'm in close contact with the CDC. They have about, 13,000 employees? 13,000 employees at the CDC. In the last couple of years, those probationary people, which is about 10% of their employee base, which is about 1,300 people, which you're referring to, a lot of the work they do is duplicitous with AI. Once again, one of the problems we have.
He says what a lot of the work they do is duplicitous with AI. That's not what duplicitous means. I think he means duplicative, but I don't think that's what voters in Georgia want to hear. That members of the CDC and FAA and our nuclear program are duplicitous or duplicative of AI, which is not true. AI is not useful for that yet. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with the rest of these clips, but I do think that overall the sentiment is here that this is America waking up. These are Republican voters upset by the things that are happening, and this shows that people are actually paying attention and that they're pissed off, and that Donald Trump has to answer to voters. Certainly, so do the Congress people who are defending his indefensible actions. And just a programming note, today is my 40th birthday, so if you made it to the end, wish me a happy 40th birthday, and I'll know you made it to the end. I will see you next time. Thanks so much.